Hey, it's Jacob here with another video. This is not specifically a matchup video. Well, it kind of is, but it is a video I want to basically make on how to deal with Akuma's demon flip properties and how to understand it. A lot of people still have trouble against demon flip because they don't really understand when to try to interrupt or when it's safe and when it's not safe until you practice against it. So I'll make a video explaining how to deal with it. And I'm using Bison as an example because it was, a person requested to see what Bison can do. You want the matchup. I'm going to explain the matchup as well towards the end after I talk about Demon Flip. But you mainly want to know what to do against the Demon Flip. This will help you a lot in the matchup, because you mostly know what to do with Bison. So, but to deal with the Akuma, you have to know what the player can do against you. So, just in general, this is a very misunderstood attack, the Demon Flip. So I want to make sure people understand it. Alright, so here we go. So you gotta know when it's safe for you to try to interrupt the Demon Flip and when it's not safe. So, okay, let's go over it. So if he connects, so he can set it up basically, so he could cancel it after Tatsu. So this is the setup. So right there in that setup, you cannot press a button, because if he's that setup right there, if he's catching you after the Tatsu, he is safe to do the Demon Flip. Since you're a Bison, you can't really do a DP. I mean, if you have a DP character, you can obviously tell that the Akuma's gonna go for that. So it's easier to see that. But against Bison, you can't really see that. So then you're gonna have to block. He can still block after that, which kind of sucks, but yeah, that's where you have to hold the I'm not sure if it's plus after that. No, it's not plus. It is minus if he hits you in the top. He's not that minus, but he is safe. He's not punishable. You can press a 3-frame jab. 3-frame the most. It might trade with the 4-frame. I think 4 frames trade, so it's kind of like it's a very strange attack to deal with when he hits you with it. So if you do tend to block it, you can check him with the 3-frame jab. Alright, the time where you should interrupt is when Akuma's canceled off of the ground. They're not comboing, they're just going straight from an attack or normal into the Demon Flip. So they're doing that, then you can obviously interrupt. I mean, if you see it coming, you can interrupt with the crouching fierce, but that is not too good to use because you're not gonna. Akuma could easily just go for a fireball, and you commit to the crouching fierce, you're gonna get counter hit by the fireball, and he keeps pressuring you. So it becomes like a guessing game. So you want to go for a more safer option. You could use a jump back jab. Jump back jab is a more safer option to go for. Yeah. So you kind of get set up. You can cancel into V-trigger and get a lot of damage. As you see, Akuma has very low health, so he will lose a lot of health if you do punish him. So it's very effective. Okay. Alright. So now I'm going to talk about dealing with his. I'll go over the EX after this. So I'm going to talk about dealing with the V trigger. The fireball. What to do with the fireball. Obviously, if you know that the EX stomp goes through fireballs, so that's the best option to deal with it, to counter it. So if you try to attempt to go for a fireball, you do EX stomp. Okay. And maybe you could V-reversal, but you can't late V-reversal against that. Yeah. So the best option is to go for your EX stomp, because it's projectile invincible. Alright. Let's get that. So the EX is very weird. I've gotten hit by this a lot. Like Akuma will go for like a normal into the EX, and it's so confusing because the sweep is plus on block. I'm not sure if the like they can melee the sweep, so you have to be very careful with that. So if Akuma most likely does sweep on your wake up, do not press a button because it is safe on block if he meteors the sweep. Not sure if it's already safe on block. I'll test it out after this. So it is crush counterable. It is crush counterable. But sometimes it's not that easy to see that. You know, Akuma, you know, they might hit you with something random like that. You don't really know what's gonna happen. So that's what makes him kind of strong. I feel like even though that is punishable, you don't really expect that coming unless you know the Akuma player. You don't just do that when you see Akuma because you can easily just cancel into something else. But most likely when he is gonna do that, there's nothing really you can do there. If he does go for a heavy punch, then I mean you just gotta be very patient and react accordingly to what he's gonna do. Yeah, but you have to really like just. And then you can punish them and get a lot of damage. So that does a lot of damage to Akuma. See, look how much health he lost just because of that. Oh, that was weird. Yeah. And now let me check if it's plus. Yeah, it is plus, okay. So it's probably +1, +2, because I can't really press a button. Try again. Yeah, I can't press a button. So you get countered no matter what, and if he meaties it, he's even more plus. So make sure you do block after that. So if you don't understand, please do not press a button after that. It's the same, think of it as the forward heavy punch for Akuma. Now dealing with the forward heavy punch is pretty easy if you have meter. Because you don't want to be pressured by Akuma. Nobody wants to. He has very good loops with because you have to constantly guess. It's pretty hard to, you know, play Akuma because you can easily go from here into that or something. You know, very gimmicky stuff. You have to really see it coming. Yeah. Then he can loop you once he knocks you down. And he keep hitting you. So once you're knocked down by that attack, you have to just deal with the setup. I'm sorry, but if you're Bison, that's the problem with Bison. You know that. He has no good wake up options but reversal. And even that could be grabbed. A smart player will easily do a safe jump into a neutral grab to grab you out of it. So you have to be very careful with that. So yeah, it kind of sucks. The matchup does suck. Me explaining this, I know it's probably sounds really horrible. Yeah. But this attack, the kick, so the kick on the top is -3. So it's not punishable, but it's not safe. So he can't press a button after that. So if he does attempt to go from here and you block it, he is not safe after that. So you could press a button. Yeah. You are safe. Obviously, as he can DP you. So it becomes like that type of, you know, Chun-Li, insta-air, I mean, EX legs type thing where you have to guess if he's going to attempt to do that or not. In a close game, they might rip it and just do it. Because Akuma has low health. He does not want to take any risk losing health. Okay. Alright, so the forward heavy punch. Alright. You can easily reversal it if you want, you know, if you want them off for you. It's an easy reversal attack. Yeah. But if you do block it, you have to just hold the button. You know, the basic you know, setup after that is to go for standing jab, crouching medium kick into the fireball. Because if he counters off with a jab, he automatically links into the crouching. It links the fireball from the crouching medium, or you can go into medium. What was it? Medium Tatsu. Because if you're crouching, then you know that links. Alright. It is +1, so you have to not press a button. You can't press a button since Akuma has a 3-frame. If he had a 4-frame, you'll be able to trade after that. But since he had a 3-frame, it makes a big difference. Having 3 frame compared to 4 frame is such a big difference against, you know, Akuma. Well, sort of, yeah. It helps just a little bit in terms of the pressure. So Akuma does have cheap pressure. He does have good setups into the pressure, so you gotta know when is right to press a button or interrupt him. Obviously, you have to be very aware of grabs. He can obviously grab you as well. That's the problem. It becomes like more of a guess. You know, he can grab you. I mean, you can walk back a little bit, because if he does light demon flip, I can kind of evade it. Yeah, if he does light demon flip, you can evade the grab. Well, sort of like. Alright. Okay, maybe not. Yeah, maybe not. Okay, you can backdash. Maybe backdashing is pretty good. Let me see if that works even when I do the see if I can backdash out of it. Yeah, so you can backdash out of some of his stuff. If he does attempt to go for a light demon flip, you can backdash out of the light demon flip. If you read that your opponent's doing that light demon flip most of the time. If he's going for medium, then you have to be a little more cautious with the backdash. Let me just make sure if he can actually do it. Like, if you can't do anything after that, like you can't backdash or you'll get hit. Hold on. Hold on. Yeah, I didn't set up the right way. Okay. Yeah, so you get hit if you backdash. If your opponent does the medium one. So it's very hard to deal with. Very hard to deal with. So, but you do have options. Yes, Akuma can't just go for like raw stuff. But if he does set you up, then yeah, he can do those things, you know. You just have to deal with it and try to avoid, you know, being hit by Akuma, or just staying. You have to stay solid with Akuma. He can obviously attempt to grab you and stuff like that, so you have to be more aware of that kind of stuff. Yeah. And I mean, you could be cheap with your stuff too. Your pressure is as cheap as Akuma's as well. Bison does have cheap stuff as well. I mean, not like, you know, crazy like Akuma, but you know, he does have those type of options to keep pressuring you constantly. Alright. So in terms of the matchup, how to deal with Akuma, I mean, you don't have to worry about the fireballs too much. It's not really a good idea to to absorb the air fireballs, because I've tried it before on Akuma. Depending on which fireball he does, how close he does it to you, is when you can actually attempt to do something. So if he does it really close to you, like he does like a light fireball really close to you, you know, or a quick one, you know, like that, like where he throws it and he's still got like a high arc after. So that means that he did it on the way up. He has like an extra like you know, jump basically. So he's more like negative when he's coming down. So you have more time to punish him. If he does it, you know, and there's no like hop after he throws a fireball, that means that he's a little more safe. But depending on which one he, you know, it's not that fast. It's pretty fast actually. Yeah. You can maybe catch the trip guard, but I'm not sure if that was actually a punish, but it might be. Alright. So it's kind of risky to go for the absorb. Like, you don't really want to go for the absorb on that, Like the most I would do is either attempt to backdash or sweep away from it or scissor kick away from it. Cause I don't want to get put into a loop against Akuma, because the air fireball just puts you into more pressure. But in terms of the ground fireballs, he can't really throw that to you. The only thing you can throw is his half circle back fireball, the actual fireball, instead of his Hadouken. So if you attempt to throw just regular fireballs, you can absorb it, keep it, attempt to throw right back, to lengthen combos and stuff like that. So I'm not gonna really go over like any frame traps. He is a 3-frame character, so you basically know what block strings to use against a 3-frame character. You can attempt to go for a jab after your Psycho Axe on block, because you have 3-frame, you will trade, so you have to use your light kick basically to check your opponent, you confirm off of it into more damage, or you use it to basically condition them to stop pressing buttons after, and then you can start like, basically get in their head with using more heavier buttons on them. Get more after it, and grab them. So those type of things happen. So against 3-frame characters, you have to be a little more like that. You have to use your 3-frame jab after the Psycho Axe. Any +1 attack, you are using your light kick to pressure your opponent until you condition them, or you feel like you have conditioned them. It's a risk, taking if you're trying to see if they're conditioned or not. An online match is a little different because you never played the opponent sometimes. Some people you play, you never played them before, so you don't really know. So it's kind of different. Not the same. It's more about just reading your opponent. Yeah. After you already practice against the matchup, you know what to do against the character. Now it's about just knowing the player after that. So yeah. Not gonna go too in depth. I really just want to talk about Demon Flip. I feel like that's more of the topic that you kind of have to learn how to deal with first, and then from there you're pretty good. In terms of like spacing, you have better spacing. In terms of buttons, you gotta watch out for the heavy punch. You want to stay around here so that the heavy punch does not reach, and you can whiff punish it. His heavy punch is not that long, but it is a good button. It is very minus on hit. I mean on block, it's very minus. The heavy punch is like -8, and then if he goes for the second one, it's like -14. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly. It's around those numbers though. It's really minus. Let me just show you how to punish that. All right. That's weird. Okay, so it's punishable with light. So if he attempts to go for the other one, then that becomes really punishable. Okay. Yeah, that's really bad. Yeah, you can do so much that. It's ridiculous. You get a heavy kick. Yeah, think of that as like a freaking DP. It's very punishable. Yeah, then he's dead. I think he's dead. Let's see. Oh, what? Damn, I mean, that makes sense. Yeah, that'll be OD. Yeah. Oh, that hit him. Okay. Alright. So that's mainly what I want to go through. I hope this video helped you out with just understanding how to deal with the Demon Flip. I know it's not like the traditional matchup video where I go down. I basically want to go over what's difficult with the matchup in terms of like how to deal with the cheap stuff that I know people are gonna have trouble with in the matchup. So yeah, by now most Bison players should know what they're doing. if you have any trouble, just check out my other videos where I explain, you know, frame traps and stuff. I will leave the link at the end of the video. I would leave the link for frame traps and stuff. But if you know this, then I don't really have to go over any basic stuff. You can just watch the video. So again, I hope this video helped you. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe for more videos, and I am out. Goodbye.